Good morning. Welcome to my home and welcome to my heart. Nothing so constant as change, right? So Facebook or Apple just switched around everything on my phone. So I go to set up my post and all the formats have changed for me. I'm kind of going, okay, I didn't even ask for the change. So consistency is really, really helpful. And goodbye, sweetie, I love you. Consistency is really helpful, and when we are consistently practice. So today is Monday, and we're going to start with the first movement in the healing movements, the 5 healing movements, and it's the liver element, it's the wood element, it's the green color, it's happiness, it's moving of yin and yang. And we did that last Monday, didn't we? And the Monday before. And these consistent movements where we're constantly bringing in these quiet, simple, this is the really key, these quiet, simple concepts and these quiet, simple thoughts and feelings into our minds and our bodies, that consistency conditions our body and our mind, and especially because we're doing it with the breath. As we breathe in and we breathe out, and we breathe in and invite in each of these feelings and breathe out and release extra energy that has been accumulated by whatever reason, by emotions, by jarrings, by wrong food, by weather, by all kinds of things. We don't have to know what brought it in. We just can release it and let it go when it's ready to go. And so the consistency of the practice is really, really important because it's done on the breath and we're breathing constantly. When we specifically condition our bodies and condition our minds to receive these things on the breath and to release these things on the breath, and when we focus on that lower dantian and focus on the qi and how the qi is intelligent and trust that intelligence, we set our bodies up. We set our whole being, our body, mind, spirit, and soul. We set up that whole being for optimization, basically. So it's very cool. I love how Master Lin has organized such deep wisdom into such simple concepts so that we can understand them, use them, and build on that framework of simplicity. It's very cool. Love it, love it, love it. So as we set up, for me it's Monday morning, and you can do, I do one piece of practice each day, or one piece of the 5 moving healing elements, but you can do them all together at once. When you're practicing on your own, you can feel, what does my body want right now? Oh, right now I want to spend a lot of time in just joining yin and yang. Right now I want to spend a lot of time in just bouncing. I just had this great big upheaval where the energies got all mixed up and sorted out, and so bouncing is what's going to really help me right now. As you have practiced the different movements and as you've practiced the different feelings, your body will then call in what it is that it would like at the moment. And it's so wonderful to be able to have that, to be able to build that confidence in our bodies and our spirits, that they can tell us what they need to balance. It's just, yeah, I get excited. And as we clap, we set up our heart, we tap our heart meridians and light up our heart even more. So here we are at Monday, the wood element. Wood is growth. And wood, the trees, they take their roots deep down into the soil. They bring up nutrients from the soil. They grow up through the trunk. They fill out through the leaves and the trees. And right now our leaves are falling. And we're going into a rebuilding time. We're coming back down into the roots, and we're rebuilding. This is a yin time of seasons. It's very yin. We're going down into the roots. All the nutrients are in the roots now. The trunk is resting. The branches are resting. They're dropping their leaves. They're now resting, and they're rebuilding and re-nourishing. So as we settle into rest, you know how when you go to bed and everything's kind of busy and your mind won't let you sleep? Let's tap. We're going to tap on our eyebrows. Here we're releasing the extra energy that's no longer necessary for us, that's taught us things, that has been instructive, and now we're releasing it and letting it go. Underneath the eye is the stomach meridian. Let's tap down the chest. There's a lot of meridians in our whole torso area. So we're just releasing a lot of them at the same time. Up in the left armpit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the right armpit, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's clap 9 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to rub our kidneys. And I'm feeling a little bit disjointed today, where my brain isn't working as quickly as I'd like it to work. And so I'm just going to settle into a quietness now. We're tapping the sacrum. And we're going to tap the hips on the outside. And tapping the groin. And tapping down into the knees above the kneecaps. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a releasing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the left knee. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and the right. 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's go up on the toes and drop to the heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to begin to bounce now. 3 bounces in, I already want to yawn. And that yawning stretches and opens up the jawbone, which we often hold tension in our jaw. The yawning releases extra energy that's ready to go. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth now. And everything is loosening up. Spring Force Qigong can be done standing, sitting, and lying down. This is my mom. She's 90. She doesn't like to stand for long periods of time anymore. She's earned the right to be able to sit. And yet she can still do all the movements. Right now she's bouncing with her knees, she's bouncing with her arms, she's loosened them up. And our visualization, even if you were flat in your bed, for some reason, you can envision yourself in full health, in full vibrancy, doing all the movements in visualization. And that is just as effective as actually doing them physically. And as I bounce, my body says, line this up, adjust this. Because I've been consistently practicing, as soon as I start to bounce, my body says, oh, out of alignment here, just adjust this. And those adjustments are ever so slight. And ever so effective. Allowing our hands to float up over our heads. This is such a releasing space right up here. Breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. And floating down. And swiveling back and forth. Nice and easy. We're going to use our breath to invite our body into a quiet stillness now. So breathe in. Continue to bounce, and as you exhale, allow your body to just be quiet now. I feel my body expanding away from my torso, my arms. They're just energized. It's like they've been inflated. It's like the space between my torso and my arms has been inflated. I can feel this delicious fullness in my palms, in my fingertips. This is Qi. Qi is energy with life force and a blueprint for our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. And Qi has intelligence. We're going to bring our hands to the lower dantian. Women, your right hand will be next to your navel. Men, your left hand will be next to your navel. And here in this space, we call upon the energy of our master. And just as I say those words, my body starts to relax. And I just feel like I'm going into a very safe place. It's delicious. We call upon the energy of our master to set the intention for our practice. We can say something like, "Dear Master, with deep gratitude for all that I have encountered and received and experienced, and all that I am, I set the intention for my practice today, and I ask for energy. I ask for the power to be able to set this intention and act on the intention. The intention for my practice today is healing in my body. I use that healing to share this message of love and peace and joy and happiness, forgiveness and compassion with everyone I meet today, and even with those that I don't meet, but come into my thoughts. As we set the intention of our practice, we now give the password, I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together as one. Feel what happens inside of you when you set that password. I feel an expansion, and I feel myself. I have a vision, like I'm looking at myself as a little tiny growing baby. A fetus, actually. And I'm floating through the universe. And there's just so much joy and anticipation of the infinite possibilities that I have by being connected to the unconditional love of the universe, the unconditional love of my master. Here in this space, with our wood element and our thoughts of green colors and growth, we engage in the practice of the first healing movement, the moving of yin and yang. Again, as I bring my hands up, my right hand comes up to the throat area. My body just releases, and parts that I didn't even know I was holding relax. The right hand moves up and out and down. The left hand moves in and up. We're moving energy along the governing channels. We're moving Qi along the governing channels. We have a soft smile on our face. And our tongue is touching the roof of our mouth. And as we move our hands in this slow elliptical shape, our breathing has changed to in through the nose and out through the nose. The smile especially softens our bodies. Master Lin calls the word smile, start my internal love engine. Unconditional love is a softening and balancing and empowering energy and emotion. Feel your body shifting and adjusting, allowing the elbows to be up, body to be open. As we move yin and yang energy, each time we breathe in, we invite in the feeling of happiness. Each time we breathe out extra energy that can now be returned to the universe. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be moved and changed and transformed. And as we breathe out and we release extra energy that's been caught in our bodies and creating blockages, we can breathe out with love and gratitude for that energy that taught us things. Energy is always bringing us messages. And we can decide what those messages might want to be. So as we breathe in, we can breathe in the message of happiness. As we breathe out, we can breathe out the message of thankfulness and gratitude for the wisdom and learning that we received from the imbalances that have come through our life. As those circumstances have created in us the opportunity to choose and decide how to receive those experiences. As we choose to bring in the feeling of happiness on our in-breath with this movement, by that choice, we release extra energy that no longer serves us. By that choice, we live in the moment. And in this moment, we can be happy, regardless of what happened in the past and what might happen in the future. In this moment, I am happy. In this moment, I receive happiness on my in-breath. When we find our mind wandering in the silent practice, just simply say thank you. Bring it back to feeling our breath. Those wanderings can also, though, bring messages for questions we might have been asking. This is where our inspiration and our revelation comes to us, in this quiet stillness. in this moment, in this breath, I am happy. I invite in the feeling of happiness. I feel the vibration of the color green and the growth and the vibrancy and the happiness that it gives me to look at green, to think of the green plants and all their magnificence. The interaction of those plants with the human beings, with all the whole earth. Plants allow us to breathe. Everything is connected. The chi of everything around me is connected to me as well. As I breathe in happiness, the happiness dissolves any feelings of anger that I might have. Our liver holds anger. As we breathe in happiness, we release those blockages. They are dissolved and go back to the universe. We learn things from our anger. We learn to set appropriate boundaries. We learn messages. As we receive all of who we are and all of the emotions of who we are, and we receive them in this practice, this simple practice of moving of yin and yang, we balance them. We do not need to eliminate any of them. They all come with messages. They're all moving in fluidity through us. Our daily practice of Spring Forest Qigong helps the energy to move at the pace and with the deliberateness that we each need for our own progression. We receive that from the universe of unconditional love. We can be happy. Knowing that our choice to engage with the universe and understand and learn the knowledge that brings the wisdom, we create. Bringing our hands again to the lower dantian. Bring our awareness to the lower dantian and our chi. Women, your right hand is next to your navel. Men, your left hand is next. Envision an energy ball between your hand and the navel. Mine is white and it's opalescent. It's beautiful and it's brilliant. And it's got energy coming off of it, and it's spinning faster and faster and faster and condensing into Dan. And Dan is medicine. Comes into my body. I invite it in through my lower dantian, the navel area, and invite it to sit and vibrate in the lower part of my torso. It always has a hum to it. That's just what I feel. And as we invite that chi into our lower dantian, that condensed chi, we invite it by our intention that we set at the beginning of our practice, to use its perfect intelligence to now engage with our body because we have invited it to do so. It engages with our body to heal. And as our bodies heal and we send out the vibration of healing, that vibration is healing to all those that we come in contact with as well. This is how we call upon each other's energy to heal. Bringing our hands together. We will harvest our chi, rubbing our hands together. Open your eyes. Tap the fingers together. And hands on the face, on either side of the nose, up and around the face. And say to yourself as you massage your face in this heart-shaped motion, say to yourself, I love you. And use your own name.
I love you, Joni.
I love you, Roxy.
I love you, Joni.
If you've ever stroked the face of a newborn child and just felt your heart expand with love, feel that now for yourself. Tap the top of your heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the back of the head. 6, 7, 8, 9. And at the eyebrows again. And be aware of how your body feels right now, how your breath wants to be. Tapping down the chest. I had a big sigh. My body said, oh yes. Down the left arm under the torso. And the right side. Oops. And we're going to clap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And rubbing the back of the kidney area, just with the backs of your hands. And tap the sacrum. With an open fist, just gently tapping. And the hips. And the groin. Down to the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the backs of the knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the right knee. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up on the toes and drop to the heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you for joining me today. The light in me sees the light in you. I love you wherever you are, whenever you see this video. Feel of my love for you and the love from the unconditional love of the universe. Namaste.